This is quite an amazing place to wake up in and spend the morning. So quiet here. You also hear a lot of birds, of course. It's just a very special landscape here. So this is still part of the river valley, and you can see that sometimes even this valley right here where I'm standing is completely flooded with water. It's grass that gets carried by the river, and when the river is this high, it's like almost a meter above the ground. That must be insane amounts of water in the river at those times. Right now it's very, very low. The night was really cold. I wasn't cold. My sleeping bag is good. But yeah, you could feel that it was almost freezing outside, and yeah, now it's like 11 or something and I can walk around outside like this. Very peaceful here. Very, very peaceful. And then sometimes you find forests out here too. Now I have reached the riverbed. Now with the daylight sun it's even more white and my eyes have to adjust to all this brightness. It's quite insane just sitting here on the beach after a swim. I think it's probably again around 12 or 1 o'clock already. But yeah, all of us went swimming, just having a great time, throwing rocks. So we decided that we want to continue on the asphalt road on that side of the river because it was so slow going on the other side, and also mostly in the forest, so you couldn't even see the river that much. And there's no bridge here for many kilometers to both sides, so we took matters into our own hands and crossed the river by ourselves with the bicycles. It worked quite well because over here is a very wide part of the river, and the water doesn't even go all the way up to your knees here, so it's really not that big of a problem, even though it has a strong flow. But let's continue on the road along the Isar. All of this is full of trash from the Isar River Valley over there. After having cycled for just about 2 or 3 hours along the Isar River, we decided to call it a day and just chill for the rest of the day by the river again. So we went off of the big road into a little forest path, but none of us expected to find a type of landscape like the one we were about to enter. Oh wow! Crazy, there's a lot of juniper growing here. wonderful environment here. Gotta get those shoes and socks off, and best thing to do. Oh, yeah, this is fresh. Feels amazing. After being in these hiking shoes on a hot and sunny day, cycling on the road. So, all the three of us have just found ourselves some spots to chill and read for the last hour or so. Sunscreened up real well, of course. Just experiencing the wilderness, barefooted, of course, makes you really feel the stuff that you're walking on. I feel like it can make you very aware of your surroundings, very attentive. Wow, you can tell there's so much more water in the Isar now than compared to the morning today. We crossed the river this morning, and that was a little flat river, but now, yeah, I would think twice about crossing that.
All the rocks here, I still have this little Sahara dust on them. That was like 1 week ago when the Sahara dust came raining down over Europe. But it hasn't rained since then, so all this orange stuff is dust, and it's all over you.
And we find amazing rocks out here.
Yeah.
Wow, looking really nice. There is some weird rock hole. It's perfect circular form with amazing rocks in it. Picking up my bed. And so began the very last day of our cycling trip together. But sadly, while exporting and reviewing the GoPro footage, I accidentally deleted the entire GoPro footage of that one day. So here you can see some phone videos of that day, but in the end it was a relatively uneventful day. We continued on the Isar River cycling path for about 70 kilometers until we successfully reached Munich. There we were able to stay at Felix's brother Jonas's share flat, and in the following days Riley went back to Freiburg, Felix went back to Lake Constance, and my cycling adventure continued to the east of Bavaria, but that's a story for another time. So here I am back in Freiburg, sitting on the balcony. The It's been more than 2 months since I left right here to go on the cycling journey. Yeah, I'm just now cutting together the videos, and I guess looking back on the trip, what immediately comes to my mind is just how well everything worked out. The usual little tiny problems here and there, but especially with the weather, like, that was one of the luckiest trips I've had so far. I mean, I just had a certain time frame in spring to do the cycling journey, and all the way from Freiburg to Munich we didn't have rain once. It was almost always sunny, except for the first night. We slept out in the open every single night. That is something really special, to just lay down out in the open nature with the stars above and fall asleep and wake up in the middle of nature. That's a really special thing. We managed to see all the things that we wanted to see: the Lake Constance, the Schloss Neuschwanstein, the Eibsee, the wild Isar Valley. So yeah, this trip really gave me a whole new perspective on Germany, like all the beautiful things that are to discover here within cycling distance, within a few days of cycling distance. Yeah, I really had the feeling that even within Germany, along those places that we saw, there's so much stuff to explore, which again gives you a feeling how big the world really is. I'm convinced that, there are no boring places to live. A couple of days of cycling, I think anywhere in the world you will find something wild and have a great time, So yeah, what can I say? Once again, bikepacking is amazing, Bavaria is beautiful, and go explore the beautiful place that you're living in. So yeah, stay adventurous and have a nice day.